Okay, David, a 0-0 draw today, second 0-0 draw in a row. That's, I guess, before even looking at the game, I can't remember a time. It's very rare that we draw 0-0, but to draw two 0-0s in a row is very
Yeah,
odd for us.
I don't know if we do. And I mean, first of all, I wasn't here for last week's 0-0 draw, but the rumours of my demise were massively over exaggerated. I am still here. I just unfortunately pulled something in my back and couldn't get out of bed last week. But I'm still here. I watched the game back last week. I thought we were defensively very solid. I thought today we were defensively very solid. There was only one occasion they got in, bit of very good football that they played and hit the post. I think we have been defensively very solid this season. I don't know how many 0-0s we've had though, because we've had 15 clean sheets, and I'd be interested to see how many of those are 0-0s, because I think what we've actually a bit of cutting edge. It was an entertaining game for a 0-0. I thought two good sides, very very well organised, very competitive. I thought defences were probably slightly on top of the forwards. I thought we had more of the game in the first 30 minutes, but other than G's header, which I thought the keeper made an excellent save from, there wasn't really much. I think Obbs had one at the post, that was about it. But an entertaining 0-0. I think that's our 15th clean sheet. So we're getting a lot right. We're just not quite getting that cutting edge in front of goal.
You made a big call today as well. G starting above Obbs today, and he was very lively in the first half. You said the keeper's made a great save from a header, but he's also just shaved the crossbar with a shot early on as well.
Yeah, in about the second minute, he cut in and just I think hit the stanchion at the back. And G's been really unlucky to miss out, because G's been excellent. He's just playing in a position where we've got Mason Fawns and Obbs. And Obbs is, they've been two of our better players this season. Mason's one of the better players in the league. It's difficult when you're playing in a similar position as those players, but Obbs hasn't quite produced. G's been very good, and we felt it was right to just change things a little bit. And I think G showed that was a justified decision. I thought it was excellent today. I thought it was really lively. First half, I think he caused their fullback no end of problem every time the ball went out to him. You say he shaved a bar, he had the header. He had a couple of other things where balls didn't quite fall to him, but he was making the right runs. He got down the side and put balls across the box. Second half, the disappointment was we didn't get the ball out to him enough. When Obbs came on, we got the ball there a little bit more, and Obbs looked lively. And it's a good problem to have when you've got two of those three to play in the wide positions. And Sonny, who scored at Witten, couldn't get in the 16 today. So it's we've got some real depth there at the moment. And G deserves to start. I think he justified that. I think he's been excellent. His attitude's superb. He's a real wide wire. He's good in the dressing room. He's a really really valuable player to us. And it will be a case now between now and the end of the season that there probably will be a bit more rotation in those wide positions, and I think that's fine.
You probably already answered the question really, but as you've just said, you've got the perfect reaction from Obbs as well. He's come on in the second half, and I think he's created two really good chances. He's forced the keeper into a good save, so you couldn't ask for much of a better reaction from a player who's missed his. I think it's his first game he's been dropped really this season.
No footballer should ever be pleased that they're not starting. Brewster, Matt Carter, Chobbs, Joe Burks, equally they've all done really well for us this season. But they can't start. We can only start 11 players, but we need that squad. And they were all disappointed not to start. But if you look at the impact players have had when they've come on, I think they've all had an impact. I thought Obbs took it incredibly well. I think he understands. He's probably played more football this season than he ever has. I think he's played more or less every minute of every game he's been fit. He got the concussion at Newcastle and missed a few, but I think he's probably started every other game, and that's probably the first time in his adult footballing career that's happened. It doesn't mean we trust him less or like him less, but it's a squad game, and he understands that. And you say he came on, he was very lively. And what an option to have off the bench when you're looking to roll the dice, you're looking for something different, you're looking to pose different problems to defenders. You've got something like Obbs who can come on, and he nearly won the game. It's a nice problem to
have. It's really, I mean, it was a good performance. It's hard to pick out players. We've talked about the back four before. It's a solid back four. Keeper's playing well. I guess the one player to pick out at the moment. You've got a really strong midfield. You've hinted with it with the wingers, but you look at players like Mason Fawns, who one of the best in the league, Bailey Marsden, who for me is the best midfielder in the league. But I guess the one that to probably pick out for me at the moment is Sean Quagga, who came from the counties last season, has had to settle in, but he's starting to look like a proper NPL player at the moment.
Yeah, if Alex and I were speaking about Sean, speaking about a number of players, Sean and Joe Burks in particular, though, and saying that he's so unlucky. Like if they were at another club, they would have played so much football this season. They're good NPL footballers, and the reason they've got to try and get a shot off Bailey Marsden and Mason Forbes, and that's not an easy thing to do. But Sean, the way things have fallen with Brewster's suspension and the way we've kind of shuffled the pack and moved things around and pushed Mason back out wide, Sean's had an opportunity there, and he did impress in pre-season. He missed a lot of football because of a hamstring strain, and he's had to be patient. But he's got so much energy. He wins balls he's got no right to win. He seems to have. He kind of goes in for a tackle. His legs seem to go about 3 feet, and he nicks it off people. He makes great runs from deep. He's the number of times today he ran past Eric into the channel, and he's another player who just plays with a smile on his face and just enjoys it. And I think Sean will have a very, very long and successful career at this level. I think he's had to adapt a little bit, and we've seen highs and lows, and I think we'll still see that with Sean. He's still a young player adapting, but I think we've seen far more highs from him. I thought he was superb today. I thought his energy, his work rate, his runs, timing of his runs, I just thought he was superb. And the only reason we took him off was to look at something different, and Joe Burke's got to throw the dice, and Joe did well when he came on as well. And it's I think we now have some genuine competition, some genuine squad depth, which is helpful because we've got another game in a little over 48 hours.
I was just going to say, moving on, we play City Liverpool on Monday, so it's a really quick turnaround for a game. It's a team who sat bottom of the league, who are struggling in that bottom 4, but it's a ground that we do not play well at. We've never played well at, and it's another big game and a big test for us.
Yeah, there are no easy games. It's cliche, but this season, this league is as close as I've ever seen the league. I don't know how Liverpool did today. I think they lost and got beat today, maybe 3-0. But they'll come back. They'll be kind of licking the wounds and looking to bounce back from that. You said Widnes is a tough place to go. We talked about it after the game. We said we can't focus on the negative aspects of Widnes. There are lots of them. Not least the complete lack of soul and atmosphere in the place, and the fact that they won't let you into the place until an hour before kick-off and all that kind of stuff. But we can't control that. But what we can focus on is it's a huge pitch. And if you think about how we play and when we're in possession, we want the pitch to be as big as possible. We've got to focus on that and exploit that space, move the ball quickly on that surface, and go into it and with the same work rate and desire and attitude that we had today. If you look at the last 2 0-0s, they've been built on a foundation of real graft and determination and hard work. That's got to be a given. That's got to go into the pot first, and then if we can use the space on the pitch, if we can move the ball quickly, if we can add quality, and we haven't got bubbles and things to have. Well, I'll say you haven't got bubbles, you probably have one with old black crumb that's on there. It's like it's not the greatest surface, but it's still a big surface that we can exploit space out wide, and that's what our game's about. So it takes on added importance. We've if you look at the last 3 games, we picked up 2 points, and I don't think we've played particularly badly in that. I think we've played well for 2 90 minutes and half of the Trafford game, but we've picked up 2 points from 3 games. That's the truth of the matter. We kind of stuttering a little bit in mid-table. A win at City Liverpool kind of pushes us firmly into the top half of the table. Anything else and leaves us looking nervous over our shoulders. And momentum's massive, and we need to build positive momentum. That means we need to win at City Liverpool. Anything else, and that starts to build a bit of negative momentum. And I don't really want negative momentum going into March and April and having a nervy couple of months.
Definitely. Thanks, David.
Cheers, Nathan.